This is my unofficial gear list for the JMT. I'm putting it out early so I can change stuff if I need to. Let me know down below in the comments your thoughts on the gear and any advice you might have. So this is my ULA circuit pack. I picked it up last year and absolutely love it. I used to have a Osprey pack, but this one fits a ton better. And I really like the roll top style backpacks. So the other thing I did to customize this pack was actually put on a Hyperlight shoulder pocket. And this was because I needed some place to put my Canon G7X Mark II and also my phone. And this seems to be working perfectly so far. So this is my tent, obviously not packed up, but this is the Big Agnes Fly Creek UL2, and it's fared extremely well for me. I've only had it for a season so far, but I do really like it. It's more like a 1.5 person, but it still gets the job done. So this is just a run-of-the-mill Tyvek sheet. I will use this primarily as a ground sheet between my tent and the ground. I usually store it just right at the top of my pack for easy access because I also use it as something to sit on for the wet ground, or even as a sign to get a hitch into somewhere. So my sleeping pad is a Climate Static V pad, and its R value is, I believe, 4.4, which might be overkill for what I'm doing, but I do really enjoy being warm when I sleep and having a thick pad. This is my Climate Luxe pillow. I absolutely have to have a pillow when I camp because I love to get good sleep, and it's pretty much my #1 recovery tool. So this is my Sea to Summit Trek TK 18 degree down sleeping bag, and I've had it for one season and so far it's so good. I have been cold like 1 or 2 nights last season, but I just put on an extra layer and I was good to go. Ooh, the stove system. So this has changed recently for me after getting a gift from Jordan, aka the Purple Hunter on Instagram. Shout out. So that tiny stove there in the middle has performed extremely well for me. I haven't used it out backpacking for long periods of time, but so far in some day hikes it's worked perfect. And I recently picked up the Toaks 750 milliliter titanium cup. That thing is badass too. And then I usually just use the small fuel canister because I don't make any breakfast with this. It's primarily used just as a dinner tool. I have my titanium spoon with the long end. A little pro tip, long-ended spoons are where it's at. And then basically I just put all this up into my bandana, and I use that just to clean the pot and to store everything, and then I just put it in an extra stuff sack that I have. My water system consists of the Sawyer Squeeze along with 2 1-liter smart water bottles or the like. The biggest thing that I found to work on this was the sports cap, so taking it from a small smart water bottle and putting it on the liter bottles and also on the Sawyer filter. My extra capacity is just a Sawyer plastic bag here, and this is extra capacity plus I have had before where I have lost a water bottle down a stream. 1 liter down in capacity. And by 1 liter down, I mean down this stream and halfway to Europe, right? So this was a great backup for that. So my rain gear is gonna make me look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it's a Frog Togs poncho, and it's a multi-purpose item because it not only keeps me dry, but I can also throw it over my pack, and it keeps that dry as well. I'm not expecting much rain on the JMT. Now, if I was doing the Washington section of the PCT, I would actually upgrade and get like a rain top and a rain pants. But for the JMT, I think I'm good. This is my Super Down Ultra hooded jacket. This thing weighs in at 7.9 freaking ounces. It's as light as a feather, super warm. I love KUIU. It's a hunting company and it's a brand that I can stand by. Makes ultra durable products, and this coat is no exception. This is the mid layer I'm using. It's a Nike fleece. I actually got it at Goodwill on the cheap. This is my primary hiking shirt. It's a button-up Columbia shirt, and anybody that's watched my Instagram section hikes from last year is probably sick of this shirt, but I love it. Sleeves roll up, buttons unbutton when you're hot. It's a perfect shirt. These are a pair of basic thermal leggings that I'll wear on cold mornings or cold nights. Hyperfly shorts with the inside underwear removed out of them. A baseball cap, not sure which one I'm gonna use, so I'm just putting this one on there. A beanie because I'm bald, and I got this one from my friend Rule. These are my pair of custom fingerless gloves. 2 pairs of ankle length Darn Tough socks. These are my favorite pairs of socks in the world. Don't get the thin version though. These are my Ultra Lone Peak 4s. I have them actually a full size bigger than what I actually usually use, but absolutely amazing shoes. 0 blisters, extremely light, dry fast. My favorite all-time shoe. And then a pair of boxers. So to film and vlog, I'm going to be carrying a Canon G7X, and I outfitted it, and I had searched far and wide for this, but it's actually a selfie stick tripod, and it's freestanding too, so I can get a lot of walking shots and things like that, so it works super well. I also used an old dog toy and put it around the speaker to act as a windscreen. My sleek iPhone 7, I'll primarily be using that for navigation, using gut hooks, guides, and communication. So to communicate with the world when I'm off grid, I have my InReach SE, and then to keep that charged, I'm going to be using a Anker Power Core. Not sure what the amps are with that, but I'll include it in the title. This thing is a beast. I mean, it has lasted me days and days and days without barely going down a charge. So to keep everything charged, I got a dual box charger, so I can plug it in the wall and actually charge double the amount of things that I usually would be able to. I'm bringing my headphones, not going to do Bluetooth because you'd have to recharge them. And then I'm just bringing a box of cords, so like my iPhone charging cord. The same cord actually charges my InReach and my headlamp and the Anker, so that's like a dual purpose cord too. Getting into accessories now. First up is my carbon Foxelli trekking poles. These things probably have about 550 miles on them or so. Still going strong. My headlamp is a Foxelli rechargeable headlamp. And then I have my Oakley sunglasses. I'm going to take some sort of Keratin bug spray from Sawyer. And then some sort of compass, a Kershaw knife, a little bit of sunscreen, earplugs because always got to have them at night, and then my just run-of-the-mill watch. Then I have a travel size toothbrush with a travel size toothpaste, and then a first aid kit that contains some necessary equipment such as a space blanket, extra lighter, petroleum jelly soaked cotton balls for fire starter, and then like alcohol swabs and bandages and things like that. I did want to give a special mention to my Body Glide. This thing saved my first section hike. Chafe is pretty bad, but I put that Body Glide stuff on. I'm so glad I put that on there. So I'm kind of walking wide-legged right now, but. Okay, so a couple other things that I left out of my gear video because I haven't purchased them yet. Number one is a bear canister. So I believe what I'm gonna do with this as of right now is rent a bear canister from Barricade, and I'm gonna get the Weekender, which should provide up to 6 days worth of food. Looks like they give it to thru hikers for about 45% off a day of rental. So what I'm gonna do with this is actually repackage all of my food so it fits in there better. And if anybody has any experience with one of these bear canisters, let me know in the comments if you could, as to the best way to pack them. I know there's a couple videos online that I'm gonna reference as well for when I go to pack mine. Second thing that I haven't purchased yet is paper maps. From what it looks like online, people prefer the Tom Harrison maps for the JMT. So that's probably what I'm gonna purchase. I'm also gonna take a look at the half-mile maps. But again, if any of you guys have a preference as to which paper maps to use, I'd love to know about it in the comments. The final thing that I'm gonna do is bring a backcountry bidet. So a certain company makes this where you can screw it onto your water bottle, and then the pressure from the water bottle, and you can clean up after doing your business. So I'm gonna do this for a couple reasons. One is to fully comply with leave no trace practices, and also not have to carry TP or have to carry it out. So I think this is better for the environment and will also keep the hiney cleaner. As always, thanks for watching. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video. It really helps me out. And I'm officially 20 weeks out from the John Muir Trail as of the filming of this video. So we'll have about one more video before I start it, and then it will be all trail videos. So stick around. Thank you.